everyone. Sorry about this. Yesterday I was supposed to announce some of the postage parcels that have gone out, and unfortunately I fell asleep when I got home from work. I arrived home at 3:15. Well, a little after 3:15. Had a cup of coffee, sat at the computer ready to work, started to feel really tired. Thought, oh, I'll go and have half an hour. And I didn't wake up till 8 o'clock. So, unfortunately, I didn't do anything last night, really, apart from just totter about once I'd woken up. So, there were 3 parcels that went out yesterday. Roseanne, that's Roxy Car 11. Your parcel went out yesterday. And that's a welcome gift that I sent out to her to welcome her into our design team. Plus, a little parcel, and it is only a little parcel, of something to do her first. Oh, well, she hasn't. She's actually put her videos up ready for her tutorials, so I knew mine would not probably make it on time. But it's for one of her tutorials, the monthly ones. We will be announcing everything to do with that on Friday. We will announce how to go about it, how you go on the site to have a look, because Friday's the day when all the tutorials will be live. Gloria Westerman from Tennessee. I think it's Tennessee, but it's Gloria Westerman. Your parcel went out as well, sweetheart. And Lexan Heck, I think it's Lexan Heck, Newport. Your parcel went out as well. So those 3 parcels went yesterday. Ray just posted them. I wasn't even awake, so I didn't know anything about them. So that's that. Now, I do have an order here from Tracy. That's 853 Twinkle. Tracy, I'm only waiting for the cream beads to come in. They're due any day. It should have been today. Probably be tomorrow. But it'll be before the weekend. And then I will pop that into your parcel, and then that will. I know you've paid yours, and that will go straight out to you. G-Book, I've also got your order here, which I'm going to sort out, and I've got your butterfly, as you can see, and all your bits and pieces, and that will also go out to you. I sent a message to you on the 25th. I'm not sure if you got it. If you do get your messages, can you please let me know, because I'm not getting my emails again. For some reason, I don't get the videos, I don't get the messages, and I'm kind of paid off about it because, you know, I've been busy over the last week. Really busy. And thank you to those that did let me know that came through that you have received your Halloween kits, etc. There are a lot of parcels to go out still and to be invoiced, and I'm working on that over the next couple of days. But like I said, unfortunately yesterday I wasn't with it. I was absolutely shattered because I've worked bloody hard. I do hold a full-time job down. And then I come home and I work 6 or 7 hours on a night. But when I get up on a morning, I work, depending on what time I get up, I also maybe put 1 or 2 hours in before I go to work. So, yes, it's a handy that I live on site, but, you know, my whole day consists of working at least 12 hours solid. So, you know, and I do get tired, and unfortunately it crept up with me yesterday. But like I said, I've got lots and lots of parcels to go out. I do have to invoice people, and if you haven't already been invoiced, please bear with me, and I'll get them done as soon as possible. Right, what I'm going to show you now is this. I made this flower. I did film it. Unfortunately, it didn't work for some reason. So, I'm just going to go through it with you now. Now what I've used is a large bling, diamante bling, and then I hope you can see these. I'm not sure how close I can get this. If you can see, these are the acrylic beads. And all I did is I popped the diamante bling onto a flower, one of these, one of these little flowers, in the white one. And then I popped the beads onto that. And then I sat that onto some of the bling, you know, the bling mesh, and then added in between the beads just a little bit of iridescent pearl. And then to that, all I did was a 3-layer flower using the organza. And what I did, I sliced it. Each layer was sliced. Once it was on and melted, I then sliced it to help it flatten a little bit, and popped feathers on it, stick pin, and a bit of pearl. That's like the rice pearl. So that's that. I'm going to possibly come back and show you how to do that one. This is another one that I've done. And all I did, I cut several shapes of the petal out. I then took one of these, one of those that was still on the stem, with a little diamante in the middle, just a little acrylic flower. I then popped that onto one of these paper flower cutouts and then stuck the stamen in between, and then added each individual petal on, gluing them down in position, and I ended up with a nice little flower there. And you can do layer upon layer upon layer. I'm going to do more layers on that. I just wanted to show you how I did that. Very simple. The next thing is these. Now, hopefully the sound isn't too bad. Now what I've done, you know, we need to utilise this trim that we've got, because all I've ever seen done with it is up a picture frame or on the edge of something. This is so versatile. I'm just going to get you a full piece. You know, this is really so versatile, this bling mesh. And you can shape it. So you can do borders, plain one. You could have 1 strand, 2 strand, 3 strand, however many you want. And let me just lift the make sure the camera's like that. Hopefully you can see that. And then this one, again, cutting your own shape, would look great on the bottom of a tag. And then this one, you can style your own like that. You do have to be careful. You do have to be careful, however, when you're doing these, that you don't snip the wrong one. So I just use these tiny, tiny scissors that June gave me. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you. If I was to cut 4 of these off for the bottom of a tag, that would fit my large tags that I do. Like that. And then I wanted to make a shape with it. Just say I wanted to do that one. Okay, like that. So what I do is I just cut them 2 into half. So you've 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. I then cut off 1, and then cut that off and that off, and I've now got that shape. Well, no, I will do a different one. I don't like doing the same. And then on the opposite side, so it's symmetrical, you're doing the same thing. Just make sure you're cutting the right one. So you see how I've got that. Okay. And then I need to, well, I've done that one. And again, let me just see what I've done. See how I've done that? And we've got that diamond, half a diamond shape. And then just go back and do the same again. So we've got that. And just keep going. Hopefully you can see this, because I've brought the camera up a little bit. Let me just make sure. See how we've got that the same? And just cut that out. And then just keep repeating that pattern all the way along. Like that. If you find it easier, turn it over so it's not so glary in your face. It might be a little bit easier for you to follow. And sometimes it's easier to work that way, okay? Let me cut another one like that. Like that. I think I've probably done that one wrong. Yeah, just take it there. I did do that one wrong. I noticed that straight away. But, you know, there you go. And you've got another pattern like that. So it's basically, and you don't waste any of these at all, because they can be cut. I've got a little dish here where all these scraps, what I call scraps, are just chopped off basically individually and can be used on a project on ribbon to decorate ribbon, because they do look like they are diamantes. There you go. Just keep the little scraps in there. You can cut shapes out with them. And then the other one is the other trim. Okay, the other trim. You can see that there, can't you? Okay. Is this, you know, it starts off, this is a square one, so you can do different things with that. You don't have to keep it in a strip like that. But what I've used is double-sided tape, and then cut these little flowers off and made a flower, and that can then be cut around quite simply like that. Just chop it around like that. So you can make your own patterns on your projects. You don't have to be an expert. You see how I've done that? This is the trick. Press it down firmly. And then hopefully you just peel it off like that. And then I'm just going to get a piece of paper to put mine on for now. But there, you know, and then so it's like that, and you can't see anything. And pop that onto your project. So I hope you can see that. You know, I hope that's clear enough for you. And it's just so easy to do. So you don't have to keep them in a trim like that at all. So I know a lot of you have bought the trim, and I love it because it's really, really versatile. I mean, you could cut frames out of this. In fact, I want a frame, so I want a small frame, so I'm just going to cut this one. And I'm going to do a small frame. So we can get like that, see that? And then all I'm going to do is to cut inside that, like that. And then take that down to the bottom. Again. Just do that, make sure you cut in the right one. Like that. And there, I've got my frame that I can use. And if I didn't want it exactly square, trim it out. You could do 3 layers like I've done for this. Well, if I did 4 layers and did that as an outside pattern. It's just using your imagination. Spending a little time on what you're doing and what you've got. See? Just takes the edge off that being a square. I could, if I wanted to. I've used the wrong scissors somewhere. Thought I had. Felt a bit, what's it? Which I can do with this one. Cut down the first one. Now you'd have to make sure you had it a complete square. And take out the one in between. Like that. And then you can put them in a little tub to use another time. Because none of this goes to waste. See? Isn't that pretty? I might as well finish that now because I'm going to use this. You know, use your imagination and make your own patterns with this. It's absolutely brilliant to work with and very, very versatile. Now I can't have got that a perfect square, but you'd have to make sure you did, if you know what I mean. No, I didn't. Can't have done. But never mind. I can sort that out. Yeah, you would have to make sure it is a perfect square. I'll take that one out. Really easy to cut. Not hard at all. See, like that. But that would make a nice frame. So there you go. Just thought I'll show you that. You know, really easy to work with. Extremely versatile. And you just have to set it out. I mean, what you can do, and I would probably, is mark out with a felt tip pen your pattern, and then make sure you follow that, cutting it that side. And that would be a lot easier to follow. So there you go. Hope you like that. Play around with your bling. Make something up. Do what you like. And let's see what you're doing. Please let us know when you've done it. That you have, you know, if you can do a tutorial on it, all the better. If not, let us know when you've done your project and we'll have a look at it, if you let us have the link. So, you know, what we share everything. We share our knowledge. That's the best way we learn. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Ta-ta for now.